Hey friends, it's Shereé, and in today's video, I am participating in the Sew Romp Jump Play 22 challenge, which is being hosted by 85th and Wade here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Now, first, before I get into this video, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. Friends, I am back, okay? For my subscribers, you know I've been gone for an entire month, and let me tell you, it has been a very long month. And some of you have reached out to me. You've sent me comments, emails, messages, and you've given me such great comfort, support. I appreciate you so much. All of your messages were well received and definitely I think have aided in my recovery. I'm still healing, but to have so many people concerned or even just missing me here on the YouTube just made me feel very good. So thank you so much for your support in that regard. And I'm getting better, friends. I am back, okay? This is my very first video back from after my surgery and I'm excited, okay? So this particular video is about the Sew Romp Jump Play 22 challenge, okay? If you have been following the other people that are participating, then you already know how fun this challenge is, okay? If you are a lover of jumpsuits, if you are a lover of rompers, if you are a lover of overalls, if you are a lover of any one-piece situation, you're gonna love this, okay? So before we get into all of this, let me just say welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Let's get into it. Let's get into the details of this challenge. This challenge has been put together by 85th and Wade. Her name is Valencia, but you can find her as 85th and Wade here on YouTube and on Instagram. And she put this challenge together and it's running from September the 25th through October the 26th. And the criteria for participating is that you must sew a romper, jumpsuit, play suit, boiler suit, or overalls, okay? And this particular garment must be sewn for an adult. And if you're posting it on Instagram, you have to tag 85th and Wade. I'll put the information on the screen so that you can copy it. You have to use the hashtag Sew Romp Jump Play 22. And it needs to be, the final garment needs to be revealed on Instagram on October the 26th by 11:59 p.m. Okay, another thing that was asked is that people post a work in progress using the hashtag Sew Romp Jump Play Peak on Instagram. So that's all the deets for Instagram. Well, we're here on YouTube and I'm gonna give you the deets on what I actually made, what I'm loving, what was a challenge, whether or not I think you should make what I made, and we're gonna get all the way into it, okay? So the pattern that I chose to make for this challenge is the Style Sew Me Naomi pattern. I love this pattern. I'm just gonna, spoiler, I love this pattern. We're gonna get into it. The Naomi pattern by Style Sew Me is really great. It comes with two different versions. You can make the dress or you can make the jumpsuit. And the size range is extra small to extra, extra, extra large. And I'm gonna give you the measurements for those to give you an idea of who can make this. Extra, extra small would be a 31 full bust, 23 waist, and a 33 hip. The 3X is a 48 bust, a 42 waist, and a 53 hip. So those are the size ranges for this particular pattern. I chose to make the jumpsuit, which is version B. Now with version B, it has 5 pattern pieces and I used 5.25 yards of African wax print fabric. The fabric I bought is absolutely gorgeous and I purchased it from House of Mami Wata. I'm wearing it now, but I'll insert pictures so that you can get a better look of what it looks like. This particular pattern required a 16-inch zipper. However, I didn't have a 16-inch zipper. I used a 22-inch zipper that I just resized to fit. Also, the zipper, I was very sleepy, I'm gonna be honest. When I made this jumpsuit, I wasn't thinking with my right mind and I used a regular zipper instead of the invisible zipper that I had purchased. So mine has a visible zipper and I'm okay with that. It still looks cute. No one would know otherwise. I'm telling you now, but on the streets, they're not gonna know. So That's the zipper that I used. Now, I do want to say that if you are new to sewing, you can definitely make this pattern, and using a cotton fabric like I did is probably a really good, safe choice. African wax print fabric is very stable, very easy to sew. I'll be honest, when I made this jumpsuit, I rarely used pins in the process. I just kind of laid the fabric on top of each other and sewed. Now, I don't recommend that people do that, especially when they're starting out, but for time crunch, it worked for me, and I had no issues with that because it is a nice cotton fabric. The instructions for this particular pattern were very easy to follow. I think that a beginner would have zero issues with making this jumpsuit. I actually encourage you to try this jumpsuit. It would be a really great way to introduce yourself into making facings, and also for inserting a zipper. If you've never done one before, this would be a good project to try that technique on. I also want to say that if you're a person who doesn't feel comfortable or like you can do a zipper yet in your journey, making this in the size that I made it, I think I could have gotten away with not using a zipper. I think that because it's ties at the shoulder, you can just step into it and pull it up. It is not a fitted jumpsuit. It is more of a wide, comfortable, loose type of jumpsuit. For my beginners that are not comfortable sewing zippers yet, I'll be honest with you, I don't think you need a zipper for this one. I made a size that was appropriate for me, and I made a size large, and it's the perfect fit. However, since this is a loose fitting jumpsuit, it's not form fitting, I was able to step into it and pull it up. Now, I do have the option of using the zipper, but it's not necessary. So unless you are grading between pattern sizes and you want that really tight, close fit, if you follow your measurements and just go with the size that is, say for instance, you fall between two sizes, go with the size that's slightly larger, then I think that you can probably omit the zipper. And that's just my personal opinion because, like I said before, I can step in and out of my jumpsuit and it ties at the shoulders. So I don't think that the zipper is necessary. One thing I found interesting about this particular pattern is that the front leg of the pattern is not as wide as the back leg. So typically, like, the back of a jumpsuit is wider, but it was so much so that I could actually notice it. And I've made lots of jumpsuits before in my past and never had an issue where it was clearly obvious that the back of the jumpsuit was wider than the front. So I kind of found that as an interesting thing as I was making it. It all came together really nicely and it looks good. But I do find that when I'm pressing it, it's a bit awkward because the front panel for the front leg is not as wide as the back panel. So that's just a note, and maybe that's just something that I find weird. But like I said, I've made lots of overalls, lots of jumpsuits, and have not had this issue before where the front panel was so much more narrow than the back panel of the jumpsuit. Another thing that I found to be kind of challenging is with the construction of the ties. When I sewed them together, I didn't feel as though they matched up perfectly. So when I ironed them, they almost seem twisted, like the line isn't perfectly straight. They kind of look a little twisted as I iron it. It's not a big deal. Once you tie the ties, it's not noticeable, and maybe you've made this jumpsuit before and didn't have that issue, but I did find that as an issue as I was putting this garment together. I really love that this jumpsuit has a facing, and I'll flip it so that you can see what mine looks like. I used white serger thread because that was what was in my machine, but it's a really nice facing that goes along the front and the back of the jumpsuit. I do, however, want to share that I tacked down the facing here in the front, right in that center seam that goes down the front of the jumpsuit. I did that because I found as I was wearing it, it was starting to lift when I was moving around. And I don't ever want my facing to flip out. So I just went ahead and tacked it down so it no longer does that. And I did end up stitching it to the seam allowance. So I was surprised that it continues to want to come out. But it could be too because the way I made this jumpsuit, I intended to wear an undershirt. And maybe it's my undershirt rubbing on the cotton facing that is making it want to flip out. But to avoid that issue from happening, I went ahead and tacked down a stitch in the middle of the facing, and I think that that's completely solved the problem. This particular pattern was a relatively quick project to sew. So if you are a person who wants to squeeze in a fall jumpsuit and you don't have a lot of time, I think this is a good one to go ahead and try. I definitely got it done really quickly. I love that it has these big deep pockets that I can put all kinds of things in. I'm a lover of pockets, friends, okay? So when I have a pair of overalls where when I put things out, it doesn't actually slip out of the pocket, it stays deep inside, I'm very happy about that. Another thing I want to say is, while it did recommend lighter weight fabrics, I definitely could see myself making this out of a lightweight corduroy. I actually think I might do that because I think it will be very comfortable, very cute, and I could see myself pairing it with like a turtleneck sweater. So then this jumpsuit can be a year-round type of jumpsuit instead of just something that I can wear in the spring and summer. Additionally, I also want to point out that if you make the dress, it does not require a zipper. So again, a nice and easy, quick sewing make if you'd like to make the dress. And virtually it's the same, it just doesn't have pants on the bottom, it's a skirted bottom. So you have the tie shoulders and you just pull it over your head. Really quick and easy, nice, simple dress. Again, this dress itself was probably gonna be better for spring, summer, but I do believe you can make this jumpsuit in a lighter weight denim, or like I said before, a lightweight corduroy, and you could wear this all year round. Overall, I do recommend this pattern. I think it is a very good pattern. I think it is very easy. I think anyone could make it, and I encourage you all to give it a try. If you're interested in participating in this particular challenge, or even seeing what other creators have made with regards to this challenge, I will go ahead and put the hashtag in the information section below so that you can search the hashtag, or you can head over to 85th and Wade's YouTube channel and she can give you more information about it, as well as tell you who the participants are so that you can make sure that you can see what everyone has made for this challenge. Now let's get into the pictures, okay? So I took these pictures over a month ago and my hair is braided, so even though it's the same outfit, I look a little different in the pictures. You'll be able to see how it moves on my body when I walk and move. You'll be able to see how it fits front and back. I really want you to take notice of the wonderful matching job I did with the prints. Okay, I had all the sizes of the actual designs match up really nicely, but I paired them with different color variations and I thought that it came out really great. And I really love this particular print because it is a bit busy. If I had not been able to match it up perfectly, I still think it would have looked really nice. One of the good things about a busy African wax print fabric is that you can hide things like that because it's just got so much going on, so much character, so much color, so much fun, okay? So I think that my jumpsuit came out exactly the way I envisioned it. It feels really great and I can definitely see myself wearing this jumpsuit over and over again. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in checking out some of the other submissions for this particular challenge, go ahead and head over to 85th and Wade's channel. You can find out on her channel who the participants are. Head to her Instagram page where she has a list of all the dates of video reveals that will be posted on YouTube or on Instagram. Please make sure to subscribe to her channel and give her a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Bye.